Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the best spring baits, and this also is including bed baits and what I think is the best and like to throw this time of year. The first thing that I like to throw is a swim bait, and that can be different sizes. I got this one, which is pretty big, and then I also have another giant like glide bait, which you can get away with throwing these this time of year because you got them big females moving up shallow to start spawning, so you're able to throw these and you can just catch those bass cruising, the males or females, and then you can catch them slowly moving up, and or after they've already spawned out you can catch them still cruising around, and throwing swim baits will help you catch those shallower or deeper water. Another thing I like to throw is a chatterbait, and this, I have a white one right here, but depending on what lake you go to you can change the color obviously, but another just bait for when they're cruising around you can catch them, which I have a swim bait on the back of this, so depends if you want something as flashy as this or not as flashy, like something like a little swim bait, or you can just go big like I was saying and throw the giant swim bait. And maybe if you're just going after one big fish, throw the big one and see if you can catch them. But little fish will also eat these. So another good bait is a crankbait. This one I like to throw ones that aren't super deep but aren't super shallow. So like that medium diver. I think this one probably dives like 10 to 12 feet or 8 to 12 feet, something like that. It's just like a little bluegill pattern. Again, cruising fish, and fish don't just bed in that very shallow water, they bed deeper, so you could be running this where some of them females are moving up. Instead of them moving up to like 2 to 3 feet, 4 feet, they're down in the 8 feet, and you can catch some fish by using a crankbait like this. So you're getting down there and you know you're getting down there, compared to this where you're cranking it and it might not be getting as deep as you want it. You can throw crankbait so that you can get as deep as you need it and know how deep you're going. The next things I'm going to go over are bed baits, and I got a decent variety here. So starting out, I would choose a craw. I guess these aren't in order preferably, but a craw. And I don't think it really matters the color. A lot of people like to throw the white craws, but I honestly think that's just for them to be able to see it better. I mean, yeah, it might work, but I think any color craw, if you get it on there, and it's gonna bite it whatever, it doesn't matter what color it is. But I got two craws right here, and if you have them, like this one has some big pinchers on it, so if you have them, I would go with big pinchers, just because they're gonna have more movement in the water. And I would throw a shaky head on this so that it's sitting like this in their bed with these things going crazy in the water. It's just gonna have more action compared to laying flat on the ground and not doing anything. They're not gonna like want to go after that compared to something sitting up like this. But I really don't think it matters the color. I have two ones. I would just get ones with bigger craws if you can. I think it works better just because that's more movement, it's gonna irritate them a lot faster. Another thing is the lizard, and the thing I like about this is it has the extra arms on it, has quite a bit more than compared to the craw. But this one does have these little ones, but a lot of craws don't have those. That's why I like this, and so it's gonna be a lot more movement in the water. It's not gonna like push around a lot more water like these ones would. These two craws would. Just because these are so big that they're gonna move around water when you move it. But this one, I feel like you can get away with throwing this like on a Texas rig and having it lay flat. It's just gonna look, this is gonna move around more, these are gonna move around more. But I would still throw it on a shaky head too, just because I like when it stands up straight so that it looks like that thing's eating the bass's eggs. So that would be another thing I would throw on their bed. No, this is like, if they don't want that, this would probably be my like go-to if I couldn't get them to bite anything else would just be a Senko. And I mean, this is I think a 6-inch Senko. And again, I don't think the color matters. If you get them irritated enough, they're gonna bite it. They're gonna want it out of their bed. Just wacky rigging this, it's perfect. And you can also, again, like I like things to stand up in their bed, kind of make some movement. So you could put a weight in the end of it and wacky rig it so it's one end standing up still, and so it's still getting that movement, because I like when things stand up so that they're getting more movement around in the water, not just laying flat in their bed. But you can also get away with just throwing it in their bed and just slowly dragging it across there. One other thing is a fluke. Now this could be used just casting it and twitching it, just trying to look for fish that are slowly moving up or already spawned out and going out. But you could also throw this on their bed. Fish coming in eating their eggs, and they're not gonna like that either. So this can work pretty much all around. Yeah. But the one thing that if you want to catch a big bass is it's gonna be a big swim bait. You're gonna catch a big bass on a big swim bait. Yes, it might get annoying because you won't catch the numbers you're looking for, but if you're just going for one big bite, throw a big swim bait. I got this big glide bait. I'll probably be throwing that this year or this spring in a couple weeks because I want to catch a big one. But either way, these are two different sizes. They're about the same length, but this one size of a bluegill and this one's a lot skinnier compared to this one. But different swim baits, just moving baits. A lot of moving baits work. Doesn't matter if it's a swim bait, a crankbait. You could even throw a spinner bait if you wanted, or a rattle trap. Like, a lot of moving baits work, especially because a lot of bass will be cruising this time of year. But these are just the ones I prefer. And like the bed baits, you can throw, it doesn't have to be a specific color crawler, or specific color lizard, or even Senko. Like, they're all gonna work. If you get that bass irritated enough and keep tossing it in there and working it in there, you're gonna catch it. You're gonna, not always, I can't say you're gonna for sure catch it, but a lot of times once you get it irritated and fired up, it'll want to pick it up. And a lot of times they might just pick it up and drop it out and not even bite your hook. So you want to make sure you're not setting the hook when they don't even have it in their mouth. You want to make sure you can watch them eat it. But that's why I think a lot of guys like white craws compared to other craws, normal looking craws, black and blue and green, just because you can see it better with your eyes, which go for it if that works for you. I don't think it really matters for that reason that they don't like it even more. I'm thinking it's just more for your visual eye to see it. But so those are my springtime baits. I hope this helps you guys in fishing the spring. Up here in the north, it's just not quite too spring, not quite where they're moving up yet. The water's still like 50 degrees, 48 degrees. So, but temperatures are supposed to rise the next couple weeks, so they'll start moving up here soon, and then we'll hopefully get on some, and on one big, hopefully. I'll catch you guys on the next one.